Welcome to Werks. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, please like, subscribe, and comment.
Hello, and welcome to Werks. Today's video is all about an awesome adventure, my road trip to ArnFest in Union, Illinois. Now, if you haven't heard of it, ArnFest is an annual 4-day gathering for enthusiasts of vintage American-made wood and metalworking machines, held at the Illinois Railway Museum. It's been going strong since 2005 and draws visitors from all over the world. It's truly a unique event. To kick off this road trip right, I timed my drive to make a crucial stop in Springfield, Illinois for breakfast at Charlie Parker's restaurant. Their motto, eat it and beat it. This place is famous. It's been featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives with Guy Fieri and has won tons of awards. People are always curious about the building itself. It's a Quonset hut. Between 150 and 170,000 of these were manufactured during World War II, designed to be inexpensive, lightweight, and portable so they could be shipped anywhere and put up quickly using hand tools. A crew of 6 experienced men could build one in a day. And let me tell you, their specialty, the breakfast shoe, is legendary. It's your choice of egg on toast, topped with ham, bacon, or sausage, smothered in gravy, cheese sauce, or both, and then piled high with hash browns or seasoned American fries. It is really good. A definite must-stop if you're ever in the area. The drive through central Illinois, well, it's really boring and flat. After about 5.5 hour drive, I finally arrived at ArnFest, held at the Illinois Railway Museum at 7000 Olson Road, Union, Illinois. For those of you who love trains, this place is a treasure. Their mission is to educate the public about the nation's railroad history by collecting, preserving, and restoring rolling stock and artifacts and structures. If you're a train enthusiast, this is a must-visit site. Walking into the building that housed the ArnFest meeting place on day 2, I registered on site. Now a big heads up, they only accept cash or personal checks. No debit, credit, or heaven forbid, Bitcoin. The entry fee seemed a little bit much at first, but honestly as the day went on it became clear it was a fantastic value. Days 1 and 4 are usually abbreviated, mostly for setup, teardown, and cleanup for the volunteers. I'm sure if you wanted to lend a hand, they wouldn't mind a bit, and the people at the registration table were friendly. First up, I ran across this old school drafting table. I really loved it. Made of wood with just a few metal parts. You just don't see these anymore. Now the computer-aided drafting is the standard. I'd absolutely love to have one, but frankly I don't have the room for it, nor the time to use it, because CAD is just so much faster than manual drafting. The next machine I found was this vintage Delta drill press. It's still operational and looked to be in really good condition. It seems like it's still being used for drilling operations with a few jigs hanging off the wall near it. And it is a true workhorse. Then I saw this surface grinder. No badges on it, no name in the castings, nothing fancy. Just made simple to perform surface grinding. No dust collection, no coolant, no DRO. Pure function. Here's an old Bridgeport knee mill or vertical mill, still being used in the shop. Again, a somewhat simple machine without all the fancy stuff like a DRO, one-shot lube, or variable speed. It does have 4 speeds and is a round ram model. You know, I actually visited the American Precision Museum and was able to see the very first Bridgeport. The first Bridgeport mill looked like it was still sitting on the showroom floor. The first Bridgeport mill isn't stamped with the number 1 as a serial number, but rather has a 1 chisel marked on the knee and saddle and an identifying strip S38-001 indicating it was made in 1938. If you ever get the chance, this is a must-visit museum. Right next to the Bridgeport was another mill, branded with the Abing name, produced in Stockholm, Sweden. I don't know much about this manufacturer personally, but I'm sure you can find a ton of information on Keith Ruckert's Vintage Machinery website. That site is truly awesome. You can help support Vintage Machinery. It doesn't charge visitors to access its vast library, but it does cost a considerable amount to keep it running. You can contribute by simply making purchases through Amazon.com. If you purchase anything by linking to them first, a portion of your purchase goes to the site and it costs you nothing extra. I definitely plan on making a contribution and linking a few Amazon purchases in the future. The next machine was an American Tool Works lathe with a 20-inch swing and a drive awl attached. This is an overhead drive lathe, and I'm not entirely sure if it was modified or if it came with the drive awl from the factory. The lathe had some dust on it, and I didn't really see chips on or around the machine, so I'm not certain if it's still being actively used. Check out this Greenlee mortising machine. So incredibly well built, and that's exactly why it's still around and being used today. Someone has actually written BLT 1925 on it, so if that's the date of manufacture, that would make this machine 100 years old. Not many machines make it to that age anymore, with too many unfortunately meeting their end due to lack of care and then just being scrapped. It's a testament to the quality craftsmanship. How about some modern machinery? This is a Prusa MK4 3D printer, busy printing some awesome badges for the show. I really like the Vintage Machinery badge, and the old Woodworking Machines badge was pretty awesome, along with the ArnFest badge itself. Really nice work. You know, I'd like to think that someday my great-grandchildren will view these machines as antiques and be amazed at our modern-day technology while wondering how on earth we got anything done. Here's a view of the main street. You can see the layout and how few people were actually on the street. That's because most visitors were gathered around watching the incredible demonstrations being put on by the ArnFest volunteers. I caught the hammerhead casting demonstration and really enjoyed watching the process. Placing a handle into a mold, then dipping the mold into molten aluminum, which was then tilted to allow the aluminum to flow into the mold and cast the hammerhead. For just a few dollars you could pick out a handle and cast a hammerhead onto it. I jumped in the line to make one though, because I thought it would make a great souvenir of the ArnFest road trip. Unfortunately, the handles they had would freeze the aluminum and not produce a good casting. So, no hammer souvenir for me. Beyond the demonstrations, there were quite a few trains you could walk around and admire. It would have been incredibly cool to be able to walk through them, but honestly, it was cool enough just to be able to view the outside of them up close. I'll shut up and let you all enjoy the rest of the trains that were on display here. I then walked over to the other side of the complex and saw an old steam locomotive. I've only seen a few of these trains running, but I really, truly enjoy the sights and sounds of them in operation. Back on the other side of the complex, they also had a few buses on display, and again, you could only view them from the outside. I finished the day up with dinner at Portillo's hot dog restaurant, which was really good. I ordered the classic Chicago-style dog and fries that came with some of the hottest peppers I've ever eaten. The place had a pretty cool interior. And I liked the exterior signage as well. The next day, day number 3 of the ArnFest, was the highly anticipated swap meet. I loved walking around and just looking at everything that was for sale. There was a little bit of everything: micrometers, calipers, gears, dead mics, woodworking tools, lathes, mills, air compressors, you name it, and it was probably there. I actually had to leave early for a prior commitment, so I only attended the swap meet before heading out, but I managed to snag some incredible deals. First, I purchased a Starrett 436 micrometer, perfect for use on my CNC router. I paid a whopping $5 for it, and it sells new for $226. Talk about a steal. Then I got another 1-inch Starrett micrometer, model 733, for just $40. That one retails for $536. Both were great deals, and while I really didn't need them at those prices, I just couldn't pass them up. And finally, I got this awesome hat from Keith Rucker, who runs the Vintage Machinery website and YouTube channel. I paid $30 for a great hat, and that also included a donation directly to the Vintage Machinery website. It's a fantastic way to support the vital resource for our community. On my way home, I did stop for food at Charlie Parker's again, and had a great lunch breakfast for just $12, including tip. It is a truly must-stop if you're in the area. I can't recommend it enough. And that wraps up today's video on the 2025 ArnFest road trip. It was an incredible experience, filled with amazing vintage machinery, fascinating history, and some truly great food. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next Werks video.
Thank you for watching Werks, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe for future videos, and comment. Thanks again.